Hi, guys. It's Katherine Metcalf. I am a professional astrologer, intuitive, tarot card reader, teacher, and speaker. And I come to you this week with an oracle card message. So this is for the week of July 7th through the 13th. And I also do monthly talks about astrology. So if you haven't checked that one out for the month, you might want to tune into that video as well. All right, here we go. So for this week, I've decided to pull from the deck the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. It's absolutely beautiful deck, and it's filled with amazing goddesses. Okay, so this is created by Meggan Watterson. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for some inspiration from strong females. Okay. All right. This month, if you've listened to the astrology note, then you know that this is going to be a really powerful month. Okay. So there's a energy going on between Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer represents the feminine and Capricorn represents the male. So things are out of balance and we're needing to find a healthy balance. I asked which divine goddess wanted to come and work with us for really the whole month of July, but we're kicking her off here from the 7th through the 13th. And the beautiful Indian goddess Mira Bai actually stepped forward. And let me tell you a little bit about Mira. So she is recognized as the saint of true freedom. So she embodies a love that lets us do what's right for our own lives, no matter what other people think. She is so needed right now. Okay, so Mira is a Bhakti poet and mystic from Rajasthan, India. And she was born a princess in the late 15th century. So she actually was forced to marry the crown prince of Mewar in 1516, but she actually considered Krishna, who was an Indian god, her true husband. So she did many things that went against Indian rules of how a woman should behave. But she was so strongly attached to her spiritual beliefs that she did what was right for her. Okay. She became a central poet saint of the Bhakti movement. And that was during a really difficult time in Indian history. And the Bhakti movement is a spiritual path focused on the cultivation of a personal love for the divine. So she became a symbol of people suffering under the caste system in India and the persecution that ensued if anyone tried to defy social and political standings. So, so she was an incredibly strong woman and stood up for her beliefs. And yeah, during a time when it was really dangerous for a woman to do that in India. So the book says that if you've chosen this card, often without realizing it, we make choices based on external expectations on how we think other people will perceive our actions. I mean, let's be real here. How many times have you made a decision because you thought it would make somebody happy, or you thought that they expected you to do something? Okay. So Mirabai is about doing what's right for you and not anyone else. Ultimately, only you can know what needs to be done or said. You have this one brief life, and every second of it matters. Mirabai is about standing up for what you know is right for you, even if others will judge you for it. The fear of being persecuted can convince us not to be true to who we really are. There's a love, though, that's far larger than human constructs and cultural values. Love isn't ethical. Love isn't bound by any idea of what's socially acceptable, right? There's all kinds of rules about who you should love and who you should not love, and they're worthless because love is love. And when you find the one, it doesn't matter. You just know. Love is what sets us free from the expectations that bind us. Love, in whatever way it finds us, asks us to stay loyal to our own soul. Any outside force or person who asks us to betray our most intimate relationship with the divine isn't acting out of love. For Mirabai, her true husband wasn't the one that she was married to. The love that made her brave, the love that inspired her every poem and action was a divine love for Krishna. So the laws that bound her to the strict expectations of being a wife didn't actually apply to her. Love asks us to look at what really matters to us and what we truly value. Love asks us to bravely defy expectations in order to be true to ourselves. Love wants us to marry our own soul. Huge. Okay. So your meditation that you should ask for yourself is, what holds me back from expressing my truth? And the intention is, love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. I have to tell you, I had a real experience with this when I was married to my first husband, who's a very nice guy, and we're still friends. But somewhere along that marriage, I lost myself, and I wasn't sure who I was anymore. So I did what any, crazy woman going through her midlife crisis would do, because I think I was 41. And I ran away to Greece for 10 days. So to find myself. And part of my journey there, I went with a group of people, but part of my journey there, I got to spend a lot of time on my own, just reflecting on my own life and what is it that I was passionate about. And I realized I was truly passionate about astrology and tarot and using my intuition and helping support and guide women to their full potential. So I got really clear on that. And but in that process of being in Greece, when I was on the island of Crete, I actually walked into a jewelry store, and I'm not much of a jewelry girl. I mean, I wear my, wedding ring and some bracelets that, are spiritual to me. But I walked into a jewelry store and I found a ring that so spoke to me, and it had 3 gold wire wraps entwined into this Greek symbol of life. Okay. And to me, it meant above, below, within. And so I actually bought the ring, and it was a little bit of an investment, but I bought it because I loved it. And when I put it on my finger, I said, okay, I'm now marrying myself. And I told people about that after I came back, and a lot of people thought I was a nut. And I don't care what they think, because to me, it meant so much. It was a commitment to recognize who I was and to take back my power and my strength. And I have since lost that ring. But, when I first lost it, I was really sad about it. And at the same time, I thought, well, whoever finds it needs it more than I do. So it's all good. Okay. But that moment and that time, that commitment, that is exactly what this card is saying. Take time to marry yourself. All right. I wish you the best this week. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, a like, make comments. Yeah, there you go. Thanks so much. I'm Katherine Metcalf, astrologer, intuitive, and tarot card reader. Namaste.